This is a really hard question. There's lots of parts and it's not very scaffolded for you. It's not as if they've taken you through step by step. So there's lots of different ways to do this question. Perhaps I'm going to do it the way that makes sense to me. But there is lots of different sort of orders you could do some of this in, I guess. Steve's drinking at a party over a 5-hour period. He reads on the label that the beer he is drinking is 0.08 of a standard drink. That's going to come into being important later on. Stephen weighs 90 kilograms. The formula below can be used to calculate Stephen's blood alcohol content, or BAC, where N is the number of standard drinks, H is the number of hours drinking, M is the mass. So H is quite easy. It's given us 5. M is quite easy. It's given us 90. But standard drinks, what he's drinking is 0.8 of a standard drink. It's not a standard drink. So we're going to have to look into that. So first thing to do is to substitute everything in. Here I've substituted in. We need his blood alcohol to stay below 0.05. So it's 10 times N, where N is the number of drinks, minus 7.5 times 5, so that's the amount of hours, times 6.8 times his weight, or divided by 6.8 times his weight. I'm going to calculate all of that. This is 37.5, this is 612, and move everything over and calculate it. So the first thing we're going to move is this 612 to the other side. We're dividing on this side, so when we take it over, we times. So we're multiplying everything by 612. This is what we get. And then we can add 37.5. We're minusing on this side, so when we take it over, we add. And what do we get? We get 68.1. And this is 10 times the number of drinks he can have. The number of drinks he can have is 6.8 drinks. Having said that, his drinks aren't a standard drink. They are a low alcohol beer maybe or something, but are only worth 0.8 of a drink. That actually means he can have more than 6.8. 6.8 normal drinks would take him over the limit, but the drinks he's having are only worth 0.8 of a drink. So when you think about it, we have to factor this 0.8 in. Now, lots of students would think, oh, you times by that 0.8. But if we times this by 0.8, that's going to give a lower number. Because he's drinking a low alcohol beer, he can actually drink more. Sometimes you've got to have that sort of understanding of the question. So we're going to actually divide by 0.08. Okay, so every drink is only worth 0.8 of normal, so he can drink more. So it's 6.81 divided by 0.8, which means he can have 8.51. Now, again, a really quite nice question. I like it. What is the maximum number of completed bottles Stephen can drink to remain under 0.05? Now, you might think we have to round this up to 9, but if he has 9, he's over 0.05. Even if this was 8.9, you would still take it back to 8. 8 drinks keeps him under the alcohol limit. 9 drinks takes him over. So even if it's 8.9, the answer to this is 8 drinks keeps him under. 9 drinks takes him over. So you've just got to understand that, therefore, to stay under the limit, he can only have 8 drinks. So you've got to be careful of rounding here, because if we rounded this properly, normally we get an answer of 9. And the cops, I'm sure the cops would be really nice and say, oh, I know you're only just over, bad luck, here's a fine. Thanks.